The landscape of markets shifts rapidly. Technology evolves at an accelerated pace, climate events become more extreme, and cultural trends transform in sync with the fast-paced cycles of social media. Waiting for change to knock at the door means reacting from a position of weakness. Proactive individuals and organizations focus on anticipating challenges, the ability to detect emerging risks and opportunities early, allowing for adaptation before urgency dictates their moves. This session provides actionable techniques to scan the horizon, prioritize future challenges, and develop adaptive strategies, so you're not just ready for the future, but equipped to shape it. Why proactive foresight beats reactive recovery. Reactive costs come in various forms. One example is skill obsolescence. AI automation may eliminate routine tasks, forcing people to scramble for reskilling opportunities as job prospects shrink. Another is reputational damage, where companies that ignore emerging trends, such as ethical sourcing, might see consumer trust decline while competitors gain market share. Lastly, there's financial shock. Rising inflation without a financial buffer, resulting in mounting debt and delayed financial goals. Anticipatory action mitigates risks and provides first-mover advantages, such as new services, partnerships, or career pivots, which enable individuals or organizations to capitalize on trends rather than being overwhelmed by them. Mindset shifts for futures thinking. A shift from certainty to probabilities is crucial. Rather than thinking, "this will happen," adopt the mindset of exploring, "what are the likely scenarios?" This opens up flexibility in how you approach challenges. Another mindset shift is moving from linear to exponential thinking. Many trends like data storage or gene editing follow an exponential growth path. Small changes can lead to rapid, large-scale outcomes. Embrace a shift from scarcity to a portfolio approach. Diversify your skills, income streams, and networks, recognizing that redundancy is key to resilience. And think beyond individual success by transitioning from an ego-based mindset to considering the broader ecosystem in which you operate. Your future is influenced not only by your personal decisions, but also by social, environmental, and technological interactions. The FOCUS framework for challenge detection. The first step in identifying emerging challenges is to filter sources. Gather a diverse set of inputs, such as scientific journals, policy reports, tech blogs, and cultural podcasts. This helps break free from echo chambers and improves the ability to detect weak signals early. Next, observe patterns by tracking recurring headlines, patent filings, and funding trends. This allows you to turn noise into meaningful signals. The third step is connecting the dots, mapping out how various trends intersect. For example, combining the rise of remote work and virtual reality leads to the emergence of virtual offices, revealing both opportunities and risks. Update your assumptions by asking, "what must be true for my plan to succeed?" Regularly revisit this question to ensure your strategies remain aligned with evolving realities. Lastly, stress test scenarios. Run what-if searches, such as considering regulatory changes or supply chain disruptions. These drills help identify vulnerabilities and develop contingency plans. Building a personal and team radar. A key part of staying ahead of emerging challenges is managing your information diet. You should dedicate a few minutes each day to industry news and expert insights, such as Twitter lists. Weekly, you can spend around 30 minutes consuming global trend summaries through sources like Wired or The Economist. On a monthly basis, set aside a couple of hours to dive deep into academic papers or patent databases. And finally, once a quarter, spend half a day attending conferences, hackathons, or strategic offsites to expand your network and gain new insights. Additionally, maintain a horizon log, a living document that tracks trends, signal sources, confidence levels, potential impacts, and action ideas. Regularly review this document in team meetings to decide which signals should evolve into projects or skill-building initiatives. Prioritizing challenges, the ICE matrix. To prioritize emerging challenges, assess them through three lenses: impact, certainty, and ease. Consider the potential effect on your goals or mission. the strength of the evidence that a trend will materialize, and how feasible it is to prepare with your current resources. Multiply these factors to rank challenges. Focus first on the ones with the highest scores, as they represent the most urgent and impactful threats or opportunities. Strategic preparation tactics. One effective strategy is skill optioning, similar to financial options. Invest in learning new skills or taking on side projects that provide you with the right, but not the obligation, to expand them later. For example, you might learn the basics of prompt engineering and deepen your knowledge only if generative AI becomes integral to your field. Buffer building is also critical. Maintain slack in your schedule so you can pivot quickly when needed, and have an emergency or venture capital fund ready for opportunistic investments. Build social capital by cultivating a diverse network that spans industries so you can access valuable information early. Experimentation is another vital tactic. Run small-scale tests or pilots before committing to large-scale initiatives. For instance, you could prototype a subscription model for one of your products or pilot a 4-day work week in a single department to gauge its impact. Mindful risk-taking. Adopt the concept of asymmetric bets, where the potential upside outweighs the downside. For example, allocate a small percentage of your R&D budget to moonshot ideas, accepting the risk of modest loss in exchange for the possibility of significant breakthroughs. Tools for scenario planning. Several tools can help with scenario planning. Pestle analysis scans political, economic, social, technological, legal, and environmental factors. The Futures Wheel visually maps out primary and secondary effects of trends. Backcasting helps you define your desired future state and then work backward to outline the steps to reach it. Wargaming involves role-playing potential disruptions like competitor actions or regulatory changes, allowing you to better anticipate and prepare for them. Common pitfalls and antidotes. When identifying emerging challenges, beware of certain pitfalls. Trend-chasing overload can lead to paralysis or diluted focus. Use the ICE matrix to prioritize and limit the number of trends you actively explore. Confirmation bias occurs when you selectively gather data that supports existing plans. To avoid this, diversify your sources and challenge your assumptions. Apocalypse fatigue, where overexposure to negative scenarios leads to inaction, can be mitigated by balancing threat analysis with opportunity mapping. Finally, don't fall into the trap of conducting one-and-done reviews. Instead, regularly reassess your plans to ensure they remain relevant. Case snapshots. Professional upskill. The remote-first hiring trend has expanded the global talent pool, creating competition with international applicants. To stand out, develop niche expertise, such as cybersecurity auditing, and build your personal brand. This approach led to securing high-paying remote contracts. Small business resilience. The pandemic exposed supply chain vulnerabilities. A small business responded by dual sourcing critical materials and forming local maker partnerships. This strategy ensured minimal delays during shipping disruptions and provided a marketing advantage around sustainability. Community planning. Extreme heat days are becoming more common. A city council responded by planting tree corridors and updating building codes. These actions led to lower energy costs, improved livability, and attracted eco-friendly businesses. Integrating personal purpose with future prep. To align your personal purpose with future prep, sketch a vision of your 5-year self, considering how emerging trends might shape your future. Take the alignment quiz to rate how each trend resonates with your core values, such as growth, impact, or freedom. Develop a portfolio plan, dedicating 60% of your energy to current strengths, 25% to aligned new challenges, and 15% to exploration. This purposeful approach helps you avoid chasing every new trend. Staying agile, feedback loops. Staying agile requires regular feedback loops. Perform a microscan to reflect on surprises and new developments, such as tech releases or articles. Monthly, revisit your horizon log to adjust priorities, and set aside half a day every quarter to re-rank initiatives and decide which ones to continue or pivot. Finally, once a year, conduct a vision reset
by reviewing big-picture scenarios and adjusting your 3-year roadmap. Final reflection. The future will not ask for permission before it arrives. By incorporating trend-spotting habits, prioritization frameworks, and adaptive planning into your daily routine, you can shift from reactive scrambling to proactively shaping the future. Identify one emerging challenge today, whether climate risk, AI disruption, or demographic shift.
Thank you for watching. Join us on this journey. Don't forget to subscribe.